Yeah, milk. There are so many ways to use it. Chef Andrea Bucket joins us now with tasty ideas from the dairy farmers of Ontario.
Yes.
So important to support a local industry as well.
Always, I love supporting our local dairy farmers. They make such delicious local quality dairy, and it really does make a difference when you're cooking at home to add that irreplaceable flavor. And we're going to make a delicious creamy pot pie stew today.
Okay, so this is a winter recipe, but we're shoulder season right now because
so we're going to leave out the puff pastry, but we're going to make all those delicious insides with the vegetables and chicken and creamy milk and cream. So we're going to start on the stove here. We started with that local Ontario butter, and that gives it a ton of flavor. And we've added some chicken thighs here. Now you could add chicken thighs, you could also add chicken breasts, whatever you prefer. But I find that thighs give it a little bit more flavor, a little bit more tender.
And you could have leftover chicken too, right?
100%.
Yeah.
If you had a rotisserie chicken, this would be a great place to use it. And then we just have your standard mirepoix. We've got onions, we've got carrots and celery, and this is where you're going to build a lot of flavor. We're going to pop that in there. And then we're going to cook that down. You're going to let this go at home. You would do it for like, 2 or 3 minutes just to sort of like get those flavors developed, get those sugars caramelized in the vegetables. And then we're going to go in with some beautiful spices. So we've got some Italian seasoning, we've got some chili flakes, some onion powder, and that's going to go right in there. And of course, you always have to have a little bit of fresh garlic. Are you a fan of garlic?
I love garlic.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's not enough.
I like the way you roll.
I'm not part vampire.
Well, definitely not if you're eating that much garlic. And then you're going to saute those off, and that's going to give those spices a chance to bloom. So they're going to like really open up and get really flavorful in that pot, and you can just smell all the aromatics coming off it. And then we're going to go ahead and add some potatoes. Like these are all ingredients you already have on hand, probably at home in your crisper. And then we're going to deglaze the pan, which really just means getting off all those delicious caramelly bits off the bottom with a little bit of chicken stock. Now, if you were at home, you would cover this, you would let those potatoes cook down until they're nice and tender, and then you would add the piece de resistance, which is a little bit of milk. We've got some plain 2% milk here, and then we also have some heavy cream. Now, heavy cream to me is irreplaceable because it's thick, it's luscious, it adds that gorgeous sort of gourmet quality to your everyday home cooked meal, which I absolutely love.
And when you talk heavy cream, is that like the 18%?
So it's 35%.
35%. So sometimes it's called whipping cream then, right?
Exactly what it's called.
Okay.
Yep. It's whipping cream, it's 35%. 18% I love for like coffee, 10% I love for coffee. In my house, we always have 2%, but honestly, whatever you have on hand is going to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't have cream, what could you do?
So if you don't have cream, what I would do is I would take that milk, I would mix it with a little bit of cornstarch, and then I would give it a chance to thicken up so you get that thick, luscious quality. But honestly, I think cream's the way to go. Just go buy yourself at least a little 250, right?
Yes.
This recipe, and it'll be great. So then all you do is you cook this down, easy peasy, great for a family, great for a weeknight because it really takes no time to throw together. And at the very last minute, I'm that person that loves to add green to things. I think it adds brightness.
But you don't want to add it too early.
Exactly, because it can darken. So some frozen peas, which I always have on hand, and then a little bit of fresh parsley. I'll leave a little bit of that because I'll get you to garnish the bowls that we have over there.
That's what I get to do.
Yeah.
Now, how do you know when this is finished? When the milk is kind of like thickened up a little bit?
Exactly. The cream will thicken up a little bit. The potatoes will be nice and fork tender. And then you serve it, and you're going to garnish it with some parsley.
Okay, so it's already garnished a little bit. So
yeah, we're going to just give it a little bit more.
I'm going to do this. My hands are clean.
And if that wasn't already delicious enough, Annette, I've developed a delicious hot chocolate recipe, which you can change up based on the type of milk you have. If you want a nice Parisian style hot chocolate, you could use a heavy cream like the 35% cream, or you could go in with a 2%. But always, and I'm not lying if I say you always want a little dollop of gorgeous whipped cream.
Whipped cream on top. Yes. Yes. Okay, I only think of buying like whipping cream or heavy cream like if I've got a dessert that I've got to make up.
Okay.
And this, both of these recipes have convinced me. I just need to pick it up as part of my regular grocery run.
You can use, you can make a really quick pan sauce. If you seared off some chicken breasts, you take those off. You finish maybe deglaze with a little bit of white wine and finish with some heavy cream, and you have a gorgeous, easy pan sauce in no time. That
you make it easy.
Yeah, we've got some great recipes. We've done Milk Masters on the Moove Season 4. It's now on YouTube, and myself and Chef Charlotte Langley are showing you how to do 3 delicious, easy recipes using irreplaceable mixable milk.
Okay, we will get the links for that up on our website at chch.com/morninglive.